find out if old Gil can move the parts Chevette from its resting place so I can push it into the shop, drop its motor back in the hole. It does not. Well, for the first time in several years, this particular car is in the workshop. And this is the one I drove for quite a while. But this thing, besides some fairly good surface rust there on the doors and, kind of your standard stuff around the rockers here and there, and a little bit in the floor pan, but not too bad. It is, in fact, 99,876 kilometers on this car. It's all torn apart because I kind of took the best of both cars and made one. But this could be put back together into a running car. I just don't have that was originally the plan. And then I just didn't want to take the time, put in the effort, and it was kind of more valuable as a parts car anyway. So that's where it's at now. I'm going to drop that motor, which is actually the motor that came with the other car, into that hole so that it's just easier to load up and get rid of. along really nicely. I'm going to just pressure wash the lower half and the gearbox just to get it a little bit cleaner. My sister actually has an earlier model very similar to this. It's, I believe, a Model A from about 1933. Just in one of her planters, it's full of dirt. So we're going to haul that out of there one of these days. It would be really interesting to put them side by side and see what kind of changes happened in the 3 years between the Model A and the Model 30. So if you'd like me to go ahead and drag that thing over here and put them side by side, hit that like button and do consider subscribing. It's free, really helps us out. A good technique for tackling any project, and while this Maytag project isn't exactly huge, it still applies, is to break it down into smaller projects. So, you know, that hose and gasket was kind of a project in and of itself. Getting this basin cleaned up is going to be another project. Preserving the awesome wear and tear on this ringer head was another project. How cool is that decal? That's original. That is so cool. As far as this hose goes, I've talked about how it's pretty ingenious. When I want to drain this tub out, I just unhook it and it drains. But when it's not draining, it'd be nice to have a cap on there, and it's just standard garden hose kind of thing. Now, that brand new cap from Lowe's looks pretty out of place. I just watched a little video on YouTube about how to age this with some salt and vinegar. So I'm kind of looking at that as a mini project in itself. I've taken the rubber washer out because I don't know, it might get damaged. It's not that critical to have it. We'll put it back in when we're done anyway. So a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of salt in a container for a couple hours. That's supposed to tarnish this up. So let's go see how that works. Well, the instructions weren't super clear, but I think it's not that critical. Just a few drops of vinegar, not even enough to cover or anything like that. Some salt, sure, that looks good. And goes our cap. Lid on. Give it a little shake. We'll come back to this in about an hour and we'll see how it's going.
1, 2, 3.